Stay tuned for another great episode of Life in Chaos.
Doot, doot, doot. Hello, and welcome back to Life in Chaos. Chaos, chaos, chaos. How are you?
I am the chaos.
Yes, we are, which is why we chose this name. I'm Jennifer, and with me I have
Kelly.
and
Elizabeth.
hello.
Hello.
I feel like we haven't seen each other in forever.
I know. Yeah.
Like literally forever. Forever, forever, forever.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Oh.
What?
Never get into a romantic relationship with a tennis player.
Why?
Love means nothing to them.
Oh. What do Legos and boobs have in common?
Oh, shit. That's okay. Where are we going with this?
Made for children, played with by adults.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Who is a skinny girl standing in the middle of a tennis court?
Who is a skinny girl standing in the middle of a tennis court?
Annette.
Mm-mm.
What do you call a woman with one leg? Eileen.
You did that one.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I still didn't get it. It still didn't click until you said it. There's a new goth dating app called Graveyard. Instead of liking someone, you dig them.
That's actually pretty clever, actually.
That's okay. Patent pending. We're gonna do that. What do you call a romantic dinner in a hot air balloon? And update.
I was thinking like high dining,
Yeah,
but that's fine dining. I told you my brain is.
Yeah.
It's doing its own
I
thing.
sent you so many jokes this week, and you don't even remember one of them.
What do you call
brain problem?
Okay, gel instead of toothpaste. What do you call a male chicken with several romantic partners? A polyrooster. That was stupid.
Yeah, honestly, I don't get it.
Polyorooster. Okay, whatever. What do you call a romantic or shit? What do you call a romance between two psych ward patients? Oh my damn.
Crazy in love?
A committed relationship. I'm going to hell in gasoline draws.
So Missy.
All right, now let me ask you something.
Excuse me.
Have you ever looked at your phone and just sighed?
Yeah.
A lot these days.
Yeah, exactly. Not because anything bad happened, but because everyone needs something from you. A question, a favor, a decision, support, energy you're not sure you even have. That's what we're talking about today because being needed is
Exhausting.
And nobody really prepares you for how heavy that role can become. We're not going to get too heavy today, but, then again, we are who we are.
Who knows what track it will take?
Exactly. Somewhere along the line, you became the reliable one. Why are my eyes leaking? I don't understand what is happening.
Oh my God,
right now.
already?
Already. I did say I'd probably be the one to cry today. Somewhere along the line, you became the reliable one. Why do you think that is?
Because you're reliable.
You yourself define yourself as reliable.
Well, you do something a couple of times.
The dependable one?
And it's suddenly like expected, maybe?
The I've got it person? Yeah.
Like nobody else is going to do it.
Yeah. People come to you because you show up.
Yeah.
Because you handle things. Because you don't fall apart even when you probably should.
Or you fall apart when nobody else.
When nobody's around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at first it feels good to be needed, which is nice because especially think about it like when somebody calls on you and you know the answer or you know a way to help them, you're like, "Damn, that feels good to, like, be that person."
Yeah, it's a dopamine rush for
Yes, but then you keep becoming that person, that person, that person, that person, that person, and then you have kids.
and then you're always that
And then
person.
you're also or you get married, and then you're really that person. See, I told you I had tissues today. My nose is running away from me. Um
Is your refrigerator running? Are you okay, too?
It feels like purpose, like love, like proof that you matter until it doesn't.
Or
Mhm.
just wild and crazy.
Uh-huh.
It feels like what you had to do to be loved.
Mm. Ooh, okay. I can see that.
Or you don't ask for help.
Or you don't feel safe enough to ask for help.
Hmm. Or that it might not make a difference or, like
Mhm. Mhm. What disappoints me the most in humans is and we talked about this previous episodes about pouring into each other's cup and pouring
Mhm.
into yourself. But if I reach out, I'm all over the place. If I reach out to you because it is truly a, I'm not going to say need, it is truly a moment of assistance required at this point,
Mhm,
and you don't, but the next breath, you're asking something of me.
mhm.
And I do because that's the person I am. But then I feel real shitty because you couldn't do the same thing for me.
Yeah. I think a lot of times people are, uh, so self-involved
Mhm.
that they absolutely, whether intentionally or unconsciously,
Mhm.
do that.
Until being needed starts to feel less like connection and more like obligation,
Mhm. A job you don't get paid for.
a job you do not get paid for. And that could be
Sorry,
again,
that's my stomach.
I was about to say, are you hungry? um, being mm, being needed starts to feel less like connection and more like obligation. Yikes. All right, I got a story.
Uh-oh.
So, and my coworker does listen to the podcast, so they will relate to what I'm about to say.
I was gonna say, "It's not about you, it's not about."
Oh no, it's about them. So yesterday, let's okay, so the night before. What are we at? Saturday? Okay.
Yeah.
So a couple nights ago, I could not sleep.
Mhm.
I just couldn't sleep. The day during the day, my coworker shared with me that their family member was in an accident.
Oh, no.
Okay. And they went to the hospital, got checked out, and then got released and sent home. Okay. Something never sits right with me. And I'll get into this in a second. But something didn't sit right. And I was like, I let it go because it's not my family member. It's not, but that person is a friend of mine.
Right.
You come to my house, you're my friend. You know what I mean? You involve yourself in my circle, you're my friend. Um, and so I went on about our day. I went home. I went to bed. I think I slept for maybe 3 hours, and something in me woke me up. And the first thing I thought was, their family member needs to go to the hospital. And the thing that woke me up was the exact thing that was truly happening to them.
Internal bleeding?
Yep. Because when I woke up, I was like, just overall, I think there's internal bleeding. They need to go to the hospital. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Actually, it's probably 12 by this one. I'm not going to text them and be like, hey, you might want to take your family member to the hospital. Whatever. Couldn't go back to sleep. So I ended up on the couch, mindlessly watching TV. And finally, I get back up and I go lay down. Well, at 3:30, they text me and they say to me, "We're rushing my family member to the hospital for internal bleeding." And so I didn't say anything. I just told them, "Okay, let me know if you need anything." I finally was able to go back to sleep. And then around 4:30, my kid woke up and was like, "Mommy, I can't sleep." And I'm like, "Well, shit, neither can I," you know? So the next day, they text me and they're like, "We're still at the hospital. We're monitoring, da 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 da." I said, "Don't worry. Do what you need to do. I will call
Mhm.
the other said employee to come in." Yes, it was their day off, but this was an emergency
Mhm.
situation, not something that was predicted, not something that was fucking planned, okay?
Well, not something that was
In their control.
yeah,
Exactly, okay?
and it wasn't like they were ditching to go have fun and
Thank you,
go to
or
the beach.
exactly, like I used to when I worked in childcare and I would play hooky and go to Kings Dominion. Anyway, I digress. So I text that said coworker and I stated, "Hey, FYI, I will need you to come in because blah, blah, blah has a family emergency and I need coverage. Okay. Come between 1 and 6, 5 hours. Okay." They finally, that was at 7 something in the morning. Mind you, I'm running on fumes at this point because I hadn't slept. I get to work. They call me at 9 and say to me, "Oh, well, what's going on with them?"
None of your business, but
Hmm. And I said, "Like I stated, there was a family emergency. I'm asking if you can come cover for 5 hours because we have things to do." "Well, I had plans, and my partner is pissed because you're asking me to come in on my day off."
you get paid for it, dumbass.
I said, "Right. So I'm gonna call you back because at this point, my blood is boiling." I already had a admin issue going on, and then I had a system issue happening, and then I had tours walking in. Like, I had things happening, and I am in the office by myself. I wasn't getting into this with this person. And so later, as I am on tour with this person, they are blowing up my phone, the other said coworker. And then this person called, but I texted right away. I said, "I can't talk. I'm on a tour. I'll hit you later." So the other coworker kept calling, kept calling, kept calling. And then they kept texting, texting, texting. Long story short, which is already long-winded, I ended up telling the coworker, "It is clear to me that when we need someone in an emergency situation, you are not the one to rely on." Point blank, period. The coworker that I did tell, "Do what you need to do," calls me and says, "We got all the scans back. Everything's fine. Surgery's off the table. The medication is working. I will see you at 2 o'clock." Now, commitment? Yes. Exhausted? This kid hadn't slept.
Mm-mm.
They got woken up out of their sleep to rush their family member,
Yeah.
okay? But yet, they showed up.
Mhm.
I appreciate that.
Mhm.
I am thankful for that. What pisses me off is we needed someone, and I had exhausted the last resort would have been I shut the property down, go get my kids, and have them sit with me until the end of the day. Now, mind you, again, my kid hadn't slept either.
Mhm.
So now I have to put my child in a position to remain with me until 6 o'clock, exhausted, versus coming home at a decent time so that they can lay down and rest. What pissed me off was that through all of that, you want something and we bend over backwards to give it to you. But the minute that we require assistance, or a need, you blow us the fuck off.
Mhm.
Well, it's just the nice human thing to do. "Oh my god, they had an emergency." "Yeah, sure."
Yes. Now, back up a little bit. This said coworker calls the other after I had already stated they have a family emergency and goes, "I don't know what's going on with you, but if Imma work for you, you're gonna work for me on Sunday." Whoa, whoa, pump your brakes. You just stated it. You don't know what's going on with them. So why would you assume that they would be in a position to work for you over the weekend? I had to talk this one out
Mhm.
because it it literally made me just angry and frustrated. And, during our interview process
It's
and I don't talk about my job a lot, which is
incredibly unprofessional.
exactly. And part of our interview process when we talk to people is what is your dependability, reliability, flexibility? How, if something comes up, how easily are you able to jump right in and assist and be that team player? Like, people use that word team player a lot for not the right purposes, you know what I mean? So, yeah, needless to say, that need was
Mm,
exhausting.
Well, and it's one thing if they could have come back and said, "Well, I have a doctor's appointment or dentist appointment or
Mhm,
something at 3:30.
mhm.
I can cover around that, but
Yes.
I need to be because you cancel that late, you get
Yeah,
charged."
exactly,
And,
exactly, which I could have worked
but
with.
if you don't have, like, concrete plans,
Yes.
then the very, the team player
Mhm.
thing to do is to be like, "No problem."
Yeah, but the first thing out of their mouth was, "My partner is pissed because you asked me to come in." Huh?
Okay, do we need to talk about some domestic issues? I
I don't
mean,
know, and their partner was working, so why are you pissed
hmm,
that whatever. Okay, so either way,
it was just
it was a lot to deal with because it does tie into this being needed, you know, topic, but be better.
yeah.
Be better. Like,
Well, and that person is probably gonna try to pull something
oh, for
soon,
sure.
like, "Oh, I'm sick."
For
Mm,
sure. Yes. Yes. And I'm not gonna say what I wanna do. Yeah.
I that person's lucky I'm not their manager
Yeah.
because they would be written up already.
Big time. Big time.
I'm
Uh
sorry, but they're no, you
Well,
don't behave like that.
it would definitely be put on the record, like,
Yes.
not
And that's another thing, like, my manager, I was as you all know, but our listeners don't, I was between 2 properties for
mhm,
3 months, and so we finally got a new manager for this other property, and so I was supposed to had gone there in the morning to teach them about payroll and things like this, but instead I chose to do it over Teams,
mhm.
and which worked out because
You had to be in the
I had to
office.
be there exactly, and so I ended up helping them, and, I text my manager and said, "Hey, so sorry for the delay. I had an issue come up at my property, but this person is sending you what they need. Bear with them, da 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 da," because she was off. So she immediately goes back, "Okay, thanks. Are you okay?" And I'm "No." 'Cause what? No is a complete sentence. "No,
Mhm.
I'm not okay." And then she calls me and she's like, "What's up?" And I word vomited everything. And she was like, "What the fuck?" And I said, "Yeah, that's where I am." And she is like, "Okay, you know what to do." And I was like, "Yes, I do. Yes, I do."
Mhm.
So, all
So
right.
should I apply for
Yeah,
no,
you
I'm just
might.
kidding.
You might want to. When being needed turns into exhaustion, what's the part no one talks about? Here's the part no one talks about, sorry. Being needed isn't just about doing things, it's about carrying things, the mental load, the emotional labor, responsibility for everyone else's comfort. Why is it in our nature to give a shit?
Well, I think honestly, looking back in history, I think a lot of it is a societal thing, and it's the way we're raised.
Mhm,
Because I mean, and no offense to any men, but because there are men who are the same, but I think it's programmed very early
mhm.
that women, you take care of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
family, you do
yeah.
what needs to be done, you
You
like,
take care of your siblings, you take care of the house, if mom is out having a baby, you gotta make sure that you're taking care of dad and making sure they got dinner and lunch to go
whoa,
to
whoa, whoa,
work.
why ain't dad with mama having a baby?
'Cause I'm just saying.
Okay, that's a whole other
That's
issue.
a whole 'nother issue, but again, being the oldest, that's you can relate. Being the oldest is exhausting. Being the only is also exhausting. I was an only child up until I was 9 years old. Yeah, no, yeah, not ah. I have to think about this. They got married when I was 10, 11. I was the only child up till I was 11. And when my mother popped my brother out, she handed him to me, an 11-year-old, and said, "Take care of your brother." What? What do you mean take care of my
I
brother?
don't have to take care of no baby. I'm a baby.
We shared a room together. I had my bed, his crib was next to me.
So you never slept as a child.
So I never slept as a child because when he would get up and start crying, I would get him out of his crib, put him in the bed with me, give him his bottle, and we sleep there. I raised my brothers. I never slept, which is probably why I'm so fucking exhausted. But Kelly, can you relate to the whole
Oh, yeah. I
yeah.
mean, I'm the oldest child
Mhm.
and the oldest grandchild on both sides of my family.
Mhm.
So everywhere I went,
Yep.
I was, "You've got the kids."
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Like, if they were doing the whole adult dinner
Mhm.
or drinks and you were in another room, you were the one to watch all of those children.
Yes.
Badass bitches. Like, all those badass kids, you were the disciplinarian one. You were the one watching it.
It's
I
funny.
mean, I ended up doing it for my whole neighborhood
Yeah. You
when
were
I was a kid.
the neighborhood babysitter, the neighborhood kid watcher.
I mean,
Yeah.
I had my cousins who were like my siblings because we were
Mhm.
very close, and I was never put in that position. But in
Hmm.
my family, we only had it. The family that I refer to as my family
Yeah.
is very small.
Yeah.
Like the other side is very big, but I
Yeah.
didn't really
Yeah.
know them.
Yeah. But even still being an only child that you knew of for a while, being the
I'm
only
still
you're
child.
still an only child. Being the only child also was exhausting because it was up to if mom was working or grandma was doing something or whatever the kid you were taking care of yourself. You
Oh,
were
definitely a latchkey kid from the time I was probably like 7
Mhm.
until I graduated from high school.
Yes. Yeah.
Like it's just
It was embedded in us to take care of ourselves.
Mhm. And take care of everyone around you
Mhm.
and fix everything that's going wrong
I'm so
for
tired
everyone.
of fixing shit. I am so like
One of the, like, hardest questions
mhm.
that my therapist ever asked me was, "What if you weren't a fixer?"
Mm.
You don't have to be, you know?
Okay. So let's
And
propose that question because if you were not the fixer,
and that rocked
how
my
would
world.
how would you feel? Because we're always the ones. to be thinking ahead. We're always the ones anticipating the worst or the best or whatever the case is. We're always fixing the things before they even break. But yes, what if we stop? What if we just pulled back?
And for me, it was such a core
Uh-huh.
part of my like self identity
Yeah.
that I didn't like the concept of not having that be how I identified myself
Mhm.
was like mind blowing. Um, because it totally reframes who I am
Right.
and my whole self schema.
Mhm. Um Exhaustion doesn't always show up as tiredness. It shows up as
Aggravation, frustration, anger.
all of the above.
Making up words that
Make
the cow with
irritation
horn things.
irritation over the smallest of things.
Not the big things,
Not the big things,
the little things.
the little things, the emotional numbness. I'm there.
Mhm.
What about instead of calling it a fixer, just in what your therapist said to you? What if you weren't there to fix it, or what if you weren't the fixer? What about the doer? What if you weren't there to do it?
Mm,
That creates a whole nother set of
It kind of
things.
depends on what your self schema is and how you define yourself.
Well, it's more like it's got to get done. Nobody else can do it. It has to be me.
yeah.
And then you form this pattern to where
But see, that's
blame this other person because you've always done it.
us always jumping in to do it, to fix it, to be that person, to be that reliable source. And like you said, if you let's say, and you don't have any, but let's say you had cats, right? And let's say a cat threw up a hairball, which is fucking disgusting, but whatever, in the middle of the floor, big ass chunky hairball.
Mhm.
You heard it, but in the moment, you couldn't catch it because you were dealing with something else,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
However, your partner, not
Mhm.
saying you, but just in general,
Oh, you
your
can say me.
partner is sitting right there, sees it happening, does not move a muscle to pick it up,
And calls you to come do it.
and calls you to come do it. Right. Okay. Now, what you're saying is, what if that partner just gets up and starts doing it? Right?
Mhm.
So,
Because the first thought in your mind is, if you know about it and you're right there,
exact. Yeah. So I'm gonna throw this out there because, and I really sometimes wish my husband would come in on this and talk, because him and I have had this conversation before. And he has, when we first started seeing each other, when he found out I could cook, he said, "You cook, I got everything else." And I said, "Bet you ain't got nothing to worry about. I will cook for you morning, noon, and night." Well, then we had kids. And he goes, "Can we reevaluate this?" I said, no, 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 no. But now I the I don't know what switch clicked for me, but I started doing just small things to help him. And it's not even to help him, it's to help the
yeah,
household,
it's got to get
right?
done.
It's got to
So
get done. So now, it was like yesterday or something, I was just mindlessly started cleaning off our dining room table because, like, the kids had a bunch of crumbs, crap, and everything. And then there's moments where I'll just pull out the vacuum and I'll start vacuuming under the table. And then he's like, "Oh, I'll do it." Why? I'm capable to assist you. But I
Right,
also,
just to do it. It's
yeah,
not about assisting you.
it's because it needs to be done. And so January 1st, our kids now have chores. Now they have to contribute in the mess in which they also make. So they both have to empty the dishwasher. Little Miss has the silverware, and little man has the rest of it until she is old enough to climb this. She gets on the step stool, but I don't want her to get on a step stool with plates in her
Yeah.
hand. You know what I mean?
You want to still have plates. With it.
Exactly.
And you
So
also don't want your kid cut.
yeah. So they're age appropriate,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
She can pull trash, he can pull trash. Like, these are age appropriate things for them to do because, again, and I say it to them in this way, these are your life lessons. Okay? You are going to know how to take care of yourself.
Yeah. One day you will be living without me.
Yes. And these are the things you're going to need to do. So in order for them to understand that, I noticed that I too had to start contributing, putting forth that effort. But I also noticed when I started losing weight, I gained more energy to do these
Yeah.
things, right? And got out of my own head and was like, I'm doing it. So he's also a commuter. So when I'm doing dinner and things like that, I'll try to make sure the kitchen's not a total fucking disaster. But the other day, he says, he made a comment a while ago about the dishwasher. I said, listen, it's loaded, they're clean, shut the fuck up. He's like, but they're not how, then you do it. If it's not how you want it, then you do it. No, I'm good. Oh, okay. Then shut up. So, um, in being the doer, the fixer has to also kind of step back and let the other person do it too. Right?
Mhm.
Okay. The other part of the shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
The other part of the shit.
Yes. The exhaustion showing up is resentment you feel guilty for. Resentment, the guilt,
Well, just the
the
physical and emotional exhausting from doing so much.
yes, the wanting to despair for just a day or disappear, excuse me, just for a day, a week. I want to disappear all the damn time.
Mhm.
And that's not because I do not love my life. I want to disappear because I'm tired of hearing mommy, mommy, mommy,
Sometimes you just
mommy,
want a break.
mommy, 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 mommy. And so recently I had my birthday and I took 2 work days off, Thursday and Friday. I went and got my hair done on Thursday by my damn self. I was driving along these back roads, humming to my damn self while the radio was still going in my own world. I got back home. I sat on my couch. I watched my TV and I did nothing. And it felt great.
Mhm.
See, I can't do that.
And then Friday, I woke up sick as a fucking dog. And
What?
but I still sat on the couch, watched my mindless TV, did nothing. And it was great until 5 o'clock when I went to go pick up the crumb snatchers. And, you know, what do you mean you can't do that?
Because then I'll feel guilty because the other stuff that needs to get done is not getting done.
Right. So, yeah, I had dishes in the sink. I didn't give a shit. I did wash my ass. I did do that. I did brush my teeth. And I put on lounge clothes and I sat my ass on the couch because there's one of 2 ways you're going to sit down. You're either going to be forced to sit your ass down or you are going to voluntarily sit down.
But the thing is, like, if I don't do it, that just means more energy expended later, which is just it's
It's
a
another
vicious
day.
cycle.
It's another day. It's another day.
It's a cycle.
Another day.
I don't have energy tomorrow either.
Okay. Then you don't have energy tomorrow.
Then it's gonna
And
get worse.
you got 2 other people in your household. Somebody can pick it up.
Yeah.
Accountability. They live there too. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Say what you want to say, hon.
No,
Okay.
we've had these discussions.
Mm-hmm.
You start asking yourself, why am I so drained when nothing is technically wrong? Let's jump into the identity trap. Damn words.
I told you it's spreading. Oh God,
Oh,
it's
God.
contagious.
Here's where it gets tricky. When you're always needed, you can start believing that your value lives there in what you do, in how much you give, in how available you are. And the thought of pulling back feels scary because if you stop, if you rest, if you say no, who are you then? What happens when people are disappointed? I don't care. I live in the land of I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. What happens when people are disappointed? Who the fuck cares? Because at the end of the day, I I answer to me. Okay. Did I disappoint myself today? No. Do I disappoint my kids on a daily? Absolutely. Mommy, I'm sad. Okay. What happened? Who did it? You? Me? Oh, I'm sorry. Moving on. Moving on. Because we keep going. Even when we're empty, we still keep going because that's who we are. That's how we're wired. That's what we do. What was our phrase? What was your word or phrase for 2026? You don't have one? What's wrong? What? What's your word or phrase that you had for 2026? Do you remember?
Self-esteem was one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That wasn't 5 minutes ago. So it'd take me a minute to come up with it.
We also talked about intention, doing things intentionally, being intentional. So, Kelly, I want to ask you, when you're always needed, you start believing that your value lives there in what you do and how you give and how available you are. You are visibly upset right now. What about what we're talking about is hurting you? Yes. Teacher? Student? No. Why? How? Who, what, when, where, why? How did this happen? Where the hell did we just fall? How? Okay, you drink
Sorry.
something.
I'm
What
just
happened?
feeling very called out.
By me?
No,
Oh. By her? Why?
Because everything she just said was at me.
that's not true.
But that's that. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. We gonna digress. We gonna curve. The things that we talked about what if you stop? What if you take a rest? What if you say no? What if you sit down and I'm not going to say it forces, it drives the other people living within the same household to do or to pick up where you may have left off. You're not the only one in the household, honey.
Mm-mm.
No, but she says this is stuff we've talked about before.
And yes, we have. So not only have you all talked about it away from me, but these are also things that we've talked about
On the
on
show.
our show.
Yeah.
And again, I've said it before, it's not just on you.
No.
And you even tried, right?
I still try.
Because there were things that you get up at the ass crack of somebody's dawn. I don't understand why. But you get up so early that you have taken the initiative to maybe unload the dishwasher, load the dishwasher, maybe start the coffee, maybe get the dog's bowls ready. I don't know. I don't live in your house. So we're not, we're not there yet, people, to me. sleeping between them. So I don't know.
Well, you'd have to fight with the
I'd have
dog.
to fight with the dogs and my husband. So I don't know to what extent you have shown that effort or that you have said, I'm going to take this off her plate, right? Only you know that. Only you two know what has changed. Have you stopped doing that?
I still do some of it. I don't do all of it as religiously as I could.
Okay. What what do you need from your household? Not her, not him, together, the household, to put you in a state of mind to make this part of a routine. She has a routine, right? She does the same thing every day. Your same thing every day is get up, get to work, right? What can you take off of each other's plate to lighten that load? Same question for you.
Oh, well, you
What can you take off each other's plates to lighten that load? Take off as a collective. What can one pick up that the other may have dropped, and vice versa? 3 ways. 3 ways. Because at the end of the day, y'all only got 1 more year, and y'all are going to be empty nesters. And then you won't have that extra set of hands.
we won't have that extra mess either.
Just don't get a
Just kidding.
4th dog.
No. God, no.
But there is no, January 1, we're going to do this. Oh, on Monday, I'm going to start working out. You know, that whole mentality,
Yeah.
Monday, I'm going to start working out. No,
Mm-mm.
just get up and do it. It's okay. It's okay. Nothing is this is adulting, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate living here, but this is where we are.
Yeah.
Right? So let's say, for instance, you're in the kitchen. Okay. You're in the garage doing whatever garage thing you want to do. You decide in the moment, I'm going to make her some iced tea. Why? Because I want some iced tea. Take it out to her. Here, I made this for you. Thank you. Move on. You get what I mean? Like, it's the small things.
Oh, yeah.
And it's also those things of, well, I want something good for myself as well. So let me do this.
Well, I think too, the way we were raised, the situations that we were raised in, have a lot to do with it.
But I also feel like we have to stop living back then, because those cycles have to be broken. Because if we continue to live back here
Mhm.
and bringing it to the forefront, we are never going to grow.
No, and grow was my.
That's what it was. I knew it was something, damn it.
Dude, I haven't grown since like the 5th grade.
Kelly, I'm sorry that you were upset. I'm sorry that you felt called out.
And I just like to state for the record, I never said you. I'm also trying to play like the other side for any listener
Mhm.
who finds themselves.
In the situation. Is-
Okay.
I did say in the beginning we were not going to shed tears, but clearly my eye was leaking. Your eye was leaking. You ready?
No.
So what are we going to do if we happen to disappoint someone?
Digest and move on.
Thank you. What are we going to do if we happen to disappoint someone? Grow from it. That's your word that you chose for 2026. Growth. Right?
Mhm.
Assess it. Grow from it. In Jennifer language, go the fuck on. Move on.
So here's a question.
I have an answer, maybe.
I think so many of our episodes have turned into like a therapy session.
And I did
And
say
you're like-
this is going to be a little lighter.
You're like Dr. Jennifer.
Oh,
And
God.
we're like airing our grievances and like, traumas and
I have trauma too. Trust me, I do. I'm still...
and that was never the intention.
No, it wasn't. But that's the chaos part of our life. That is where we are. I don't live in y'all's world. I don't see what happens. I don't live in our listeners' worlds. I live in my own
Mhm.
complicated situation. I don't have certain grievances with my husband that maybe you two have, and I'm not saying it in a negative context, but I may not go through what you've gone through or been where you are because we are in a different,
Absolutely.
if I chose to live in the past of my 8-year-old self being sexually assaulted, I would be no good. I would not be there for my children. I would not be there for my husband. I would not be who I am. So I chose to grow from it,
Mhm.
to succeed my life. That was my word. Why boundaries feel so hard. I love that. I love that word.
Well, you wanna be everything to everybody, and you wanna make well, certain personality types, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
wanna make everybody else's life easier.
Yes, but what's making your life easier? Boundaries are uncomfortable, especially when you're the one everyone relies on, because you tell yourself, it's just easier if I do it. They need me. I'll rest later. I'll sleep when I'm dead. No, you'll sleep now.
Well, technically
Because later rarely come. Okay,
Oh, no,
sleep
that it
after.
comes. That later
That
comes.
later
No
does
matter
come.
what you do to try to stop it, it's
It's
inevitable. I
inevitable.
mean,
And here's the truth. Other people being uncomfortable doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. You don't have to burn your life down to protect your energy. Sometimes it's just not answering right away, saying, I can't do this, I do not have the bandwidth, and letting someone else figure it out. The quiet resentment, say it out. Bleh. Okay. We're gonna do a little group exercise.
Oh boy.
please say it's not jumping jacks or running in place.
I want all of us to say this out loud. I'm gonna say it, and
This.
then I
Oh,
want you.
I
You hush. You can love people and still feel exhausted by them. You got that? You
Yeah.
ready? We're gonna say it out loud.
okay.
You can love people and still feel exhausted by them.
That's a tongue twister.
I can love you.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying
But
it out loud.
Damn it. You're right. So,
Like,
there's
I know you love me, but I am exhausting you right now by not giving you a firm answer on
or not shedding a tear. And yes, I'm kidding.
rude.
I'm kidding. Yes, you're exhausting me by not giving me a damn it. But no, you gave me an answer, and I have to respect that. Damn, I gotta wait till June. Fuck this shit. You can care deeply and still feel unseen. That quiet resentment doesn't make you ungrateful, it makes you human. The problem isn't that you care too much, it's that you're carrying too much alone. Oh, shit. How are we going to reclaim our energy? How are we going to not allow this to take over our everyday?
Excuse me?
So, Kelly, I want you to think about this question. You don't have to answer. If an answer comes to you, it comes to you. Elizabeth, same thing. Jennifer, same thing. Yes, I talk to myself in the third person.
It's okay.
Do I want to help or do I feel obligated to help?
What if you can't make the distinction between want and obligation?
Then we have to go back to elementary school to understand the definition of
Well, I know
and
what the
obligated.
difference.
What if there's both aspects to it?
Yeah.
I believe is what
Yeah.
Elizabeth
Yeah.
is asking.
I was teasing.
Just my
but
translator.
Words, brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balls of snow falling from the sky.
Do I want to help or do I feel obligated to help? Do you want to feel obligated to help?
Who wants to feel obligated to help?
Really?
I
Gluttons for punishment.
Yeah, there are those, as you said, different personalities out there who feel that way.
Who
what, you
who
want
don't
something
feel comfortable unless there's that kind of
angst?
I'm thinking Damocles' sword hanging over their head.
I was gonna say anvil.
Worked for Roadrunner.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, do I want to help? Yes. Yes, I do. I want to help because I want to show that I too am capable, and therefore there's no rhyme or reason why you also cannot. Do I feel obligated to help? Yes and no. Obligated in the sense of this is my house too. I am obligated to get my ass up and do something, but I also don't want this to be a chore, but it is a chore. So it's that catch 22. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Mhm.
There's a difference, but there's no right or wrong answer. It's what you feel. You yourself. I can't tell you how to feel because what I feel is gas. What y'all may feel is something different. But reclaiming your energy doesn't mean becoming cold or distant. When I say to people, you come at me a certain way, I want you to keep that same energy when I rip your ass a new one. Because don't come to me with something and then all of a sudden you're meek and timid and, oh, but no, that's not the energy you came at me with first. Let's keep that same energy. It means choosing stability over sacrifice. It means resting before you break. Again, like I said, you rest two ways, voluntarily or involuntarily. And my involuntarily was this past July. My voluntarily was just last week. It means being unavailable sometimes without explaining yourself. And that simply is if I text you, Kelly is out of the office. And that's okay. I cannot adult today. And that's okay. Your circle understanding your quirks, humor, and also understanding when to stop pressing and stop poking the bear is important. Um, Rest isn't something you earn, it's something you need
Mhm. It's nourishment.
for the body and the mind and the brain so we can word together.
You know,
So many of us are quietly exhausted and some of us are loudly exhausted. One of the words that I wanted to stop using so much and leaning so heavy on is tired. But I am. My body is tired. I'm exhausted because I got no sleep.
Mhm.
So what I choose to now say is, I'm good. However, I wasn't able to rest. I'm okay. I'll be better once I take a nap. Right? Um, just being a wordsmith and try to change some things around. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You good now?
Mhm.
Ma'am?
yeah, I'm fine.
Holding everything together while falling apart inside. And
What?
if you need permission to rest, consider this. Consider this it. Sorry. Rest.
For a second, I thought you said, or eat something tea. And,
Ooh. You know, I had a thought on the way over here.
oh God.
I want to make some walnut bread, not banana walnut bread, just walnut
No,
bread.
I will take banana bread without the walnuts.
You don't like nuts? Y'all like walnuts? What about chestnuts? on an open fire.
Never had a chestnut. Like, the actual little
Yes,
nut thing.
I know. I was teasing.
I know.
It's okay.
I'm clarifying.
But you know what I've gotten into lately, and I never understood why? Pistachios. Why?
Oh, we grew up eating those.
I
Every Christmas, my grandmother would get my grandfather a big bag of the ones that are dyed red,
Uh-huh.
and
Cracking them, and yeah, I never was a pistachio eater, but all of a sudden I'm popping them like they're Tic Tacs.
I liked cracking the nuts with the little
Oh, no, I'm not deshelling
Nutcracker.
anything.
nutcracker thing.
Oh, mine was walnuts. I'd sit in my great aunt's house and crack all the walnuts.
And pecans.
Yes. Yep. Brazil nuts. I love me some Brazil nuts.
You like Brazilian men?
And no. Put a W-O on there.
That took me a minute.
Wording.
All right. Elizabeth,
Yo,
what's your takeaway?
rest.
Hmm?
Rest?
You gonna live by that?
Probably not.
Oh, Jesus.
That's like reprogramming. It takes a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay, I hear you.
I don't know if I have the energy to do that work.
Kelly, what's your takeaway? I can't with you. Fucking-
I've already been working on this,
yeah.
so
And I'm not, and it's
It-
one of those that you'll just continue.
Yeah.
You are a work in progress.
yes.
Yes. And I love you for it. All right, listeners, thank you so much for checking in with us today. We will catch you on the next one. I can't even talk. Check us out at lifeandchaospodcast.com. We apparently should never have microphones.
No.
Love you much. Bye.
Bye.
This has been Life and Chaos. Make sure to check out lifeandchaospodcast.com for more information about your chaos coordinators.